Okay, so I hope you have downloaded all the required software and you should have all of them downloaded to the download folder. In this course, we're going to concentrate on installing and configuring Tomcat. So let's get started. I'm going to open up a terminal. On Windows. You could use a command prompt or you could use a combination of Windows Explorer and a lightweight editor like Atom. I'm used to doing this command line, so I'm just gonna use that, but do feel free to ask me questions about any issues that you run into. So I'm going to list everything that I've downloaded within the download folders. I'm at the root of my home directory. So if I do cd and I look at where I'm at the root of my home directory and the user called dev, right? So I'm going to create a directory called DevOps that we'll be using for installation of other software as well. And I'm going to copy from downloads to, I want to copy to DevOps. I want to copy the entire directory of Apache Tomcat, not the contents, the entire directory. Okay. So once I've copied that, let's make sure if I do that, I should see Apache Tomcat folder copied over. Make sure that you're not just copying the contents. You want to copy the entire directory. Okay, so once we have copied that, I'm going to go into Apache Tomcat, and when you do a list here, you're going to see everything that was needed that you need. So a couple of things before we start Tomcat. There's a configuration change that you need to do to allow users to be able to access the Manager GUI app, and we'll create another role called Manager Script that would be used by Jenkins to push code to Tomcat. So let's start with modifying the roles. The first one is called Manager GUI. The second one is called Manager Script. And we need to change the password for all of these users. So Tomcat, I'm just gonna create the password as Tomcat, leave the roles as it is. For the second one, also, let's leave this as Tomcat. Going to call this user as manager, and that manager will have a role of Tomcat and manager GUI. The third one, you're going to call it Jenkins user, and the password also Jenkins, and the role would be manager script. Okay, so we have updated Tomcat users. Let's go ahead and save it, and let's go one back up, and there is a slight tweak that I need to do for the scripts that's part of the Tomcat installation. So if you notice that none of these have executed scripts, so I'm just gonna make sure that those scripts are executable. If I do the ls, I should see that the scripts are executable. Now in my case, the Java installation is already, there's a default Java installation. If you have multiple installation, you might have to set up Java Home, but in my case, because I installed JDK, it's the default installation. It already knows what my Java Home is. So at this point, I should be able to just say Catalina shell, which is the shell script for Unix. I can just say start, and let's do tail logs and Catalina out, and it should show that my Tomcat has been started. So I can go to a browser here and I just do localhost 8080. I should see the home page of Tomcat. I can click on Manager App and I give the username of Manager and password of Tomcat, and I should see the list of applications. So from here, you can look at what's been installed and you can actually install individual WAR files if you need to. So with that being said, we are good with the setup of Tomcat.